I'm actually seeing you under such circumstances. I'm hosting this Zoom to address your concerns. Over the recent days, there are a lot of questions to be answered, and that is why we are holding this Zoom to address these concerns and as well as answer some of the questions. So you can type your questions out. My teammate is here with me in the room as well. They are looking at this screen as well, and we will answer your questions whenever we can. Also, thank you to those who have written in by emails for your questions. Okay. Before I begin, I would like to apologize and please excuse us for delays in responding to you, because there are a lot of questions, and we have been working round the clock to answer your questions, and all of us have didn't have rest as well, just to serve all of you and to move things forward. So we have done whatever we can in our regular updates to explain what has happened and what we have done so far. I want to emphasize on one thing. This was a betrayal of trust by someone holding a very senior position in our organization. He is our former CTO, Is Zee. He is also a friend and who has been with us throughout this whole talk journey and even before. It was unfortunate that this trusted employee, who is also a trusted leader, has misused his authority and worked around security measures and internal protocols that he was instrumental in putting these things in place. This has unfortunately shown us that our controls were not robust enough, that a trusted senior leader could misuse his position of authority and influence. I will address more specific questions very soon. I am apologizing that we did not anticipate this. In about more than 1 year of operations, we have prioritized customers' growth, product development, and trading effectiveness. Before COVID, we were able to travel to our Vietnam office to work closely with them to check, verify, and validate that the security and internal processes are all in place. However, when COVID travel restrictions were imposed, it became very difficult for us. In fact, we couldn't be in Vietnam in person. In the earlier times of COVID, we do not know when will all these travel bans be lifted. But as you all may have known, we have engaged a third-party auditor. And we were also in process of getting a third-party data analytics company to verify our day-to-day trading. However, it seems that Zee had made the daily trade reconciliation difficult for the data analytics to work out a solution for us. Having said all this, it is backed by evidence that we have. We focused on account security measures to prevent things like theft, hacking, unauthorized withdrawals, but we did not adequately address compliance with trading mandates. That is, this has no excuse. We pursued growth over the speed at which we were able to strengthen our security measures. I regret that this has resulted in this incident, and I'm deeply sorry. Right now, our main focus is to focus on rebuilding and recovering from this unfortunate event. Many of you have written in suggestions for our road to recovery. I thank you. We will evaluate your suggestions and all our available options, and we will move safely and sensibly. Now, I want to get into most of the questions that you guys have asked, and we'll begin with what happened. Just after midnight on the 8th of February, I received a text from Zee. It was an admission of guilt. He confessed that he has incurred losses that are no longer manageable. He also mentioned that he is going to disappear because he is not able to face up to the consequences. He is not able to face me, not able to face our team and our community. So we immediately alerted the team and began a series of investigation and mitigation measures. Right now, our main effort is to focus on rebuilding and recovery from this unfortunate incident. Where is Zee? And a lot of you have asked, have we tried to find Zee? Yes, we have tried, including through law enforcement in Vietnam, which is where the company, the operations, and the bulk of our team are. And we have been in touch with his family as well. Unfortunately, at this stage, all efforts to find him have not succeeded. We have changed all passwords, removed Zee from enterprise systems, dropped him off group chats within the company's controls. We will still continue to find him. Another question, how could a single person conduct leverage trading for some time and no one else in the company spotted it? To be honest, this is something that we are still working on. Zee was a trusted employee on a very high level. He held the most senior position leading our Vietnam team. And we believe that Zee, unknown to us, the management, unknown to any of us, have worked around the security measures and internal protocols to generate false individual trading reports in the daily accounting reports. We did not know that he was involved in preparing the daily P&L because while we were there, we personally sat down with our accountants there, the trading team there, and to validate the trading P&L. Are you saying that all our money could be handled or manipulated by one person? Why was there no stop loss? There are some positions that will require our team to manage manually, but these are very small volumes. Most of the trading done by Talk is through algorithms running around the 24/7 round the clock, and this is the reason why we have so many trades in a day. I think there was a recent video that has been circulated and provided to you guys. We have mentioned that there are, and you have seen there are hundreds of thousands of pages of trade logs in just past 2 months. In fact, it was more than 176,000 pages of trade logs. It is a massive amount of data across many accounts, more than 250 of them, running on different algorithms. So it is a massive amount of data that we need to digest. The CTO, Zee, is the key person in designing some of the trading logics behind these algos. The trading logic defines the way in which these bots, these algorithms operate. He is also the key person to deploy the volume of funds in execution of trading bots, and as a CTO, has the authority, whether expressly given or not, to influence the decision on trading mandates. He is there physically with our team, and I just want to highlight that while he was there, and when we are not able to travel to Vietnam, he is seemingly the boss there. We believe that he had influence over a lot of staffs in Vietnam. So some of you also asked, give us a list of exchanges we have accounts with. We have other trading accounts such as HitBTC, Bitstamp, Kraken, Womp, Pollinix, OKX, Bitfinex, and a few others. However, the trading volume on these exchanges are low. And I'll tell you why. It's because Binance was optimal. As we move quickly through the VIP status, operating on Binance enable us to trade in low fee, low latency environment. Therefore, we moved majority of our funds into Binance. However, we need to explore certain risk mitigation measures with regards to concentration risk. Does your investigation show how long the losses have been occurring for? Our immediate objective was to establish that there was, in fact, a pattern of leveraged futures trading. We did not want to just take Zee's message at face value. We did sample testing across reliable time frame and confirmed the trend. Based on that, we filed the police report in Singapore, where Zee and his family are from, and will be in further discussion with the police. There is really a lot of data for us to digest at the moment. We need more time, and we are also exploring expert help from independent forensic accountants who have experience in dealing with crypto assets. How are you going to upgrade or fix your security issues? I think very importantly, the first step is to determine what other weaknesses we have. Myself and my team are all anxious to resume trading as soon as possible, but we need your support, and it is only possible if we are allowed to by all of you. We also need to reassess the account security protocols ground up. So these are some of our thoughts. Firstly, we want to bring on board a third-party security specialist to evaluate and advise on any loopholes, mitigation measures moving forward. Number two, we also improve our internal processes with regards to trading mandate and accessibility to trading accounts like withdrawals, internal transfers, and so on. We would also like to continue engaging independent data analytics firm to provide us with the daily P&L via an API-driven auto dump of trading loss. So what are the losses? Given this short time frame and with so many more things that we are working on in aspects of looking through our operations, looking at the current numbers, looking at our trading algorithms and systems, we have only gone through 61 accounts so far. It is because of its massive data. As of 27 January, the losses on futures trading are of an absolute amount of 850,000 USDT within a period of only 2 weeks. And this is only through 61 accounts. We have over 250 sub-accounts, and this is the huge amount of data that we have to go through, and we need time. At this point, we also know that we have crypto assets with approximate value of 100 BTC left in Binance. This is just an approximate value, and this value will fluctuate on a day-to-day basis. On the day that this has happened, we have locked the accounts, we have stopped operations, and that is to protect whatever funds that was left in Binance. And I hope you guys can understand why we have to take such drastic and immediate actions. Now, the fact is this: a lot of people are asking, what are the losses? These crypto assets are lost. While we are spending time and resources to find out the details of these losses, I think our highest priority is our recovery plan moving forward. So I think that is the most important. Next is, why should customers bear any of the loss? Trust me when I say that we understand that this is painful for everybody, and the fact is this: all of us, governors, employees, family, and friends, we have placed our trust in Talk as well. Our governors has invested our own personal funds, company funds into Talk, and we lost this too. This is also very difficult for all of us. It will take a while for us to recover. And as I mentioned earlier, our highest priority right now is to work towards a recovery plan. So I will move on to the recovery plan. I know that there are some questions that came in, but my guys will be looking at the questions and we will come back to you. Okay, so this recovery plan will take time and it will be rolled out in phases. I want to be as realistic as possible and to work on things that is possible. I do not want to sell dreams, and I have never sold dreams for those who know me, for those who have met me over this period of time, ever since the beginning of fall. We want to try to recover your capital, but we will not be in the full amount as we have to be realistic, as I said. Most of you have deposited your capital, but many of you have also withdrawn your rewards and even your capital. I would like to say this on a very rough estimate at the start now because there are too many factors in play. We'll be using this formula. Okay. All deposits with a hash, less all the withdrawals with a hash. And since they will be in various crypto assets, we will use a USDT denominator for all cryptos. The value of these crypto assets will be taken based on the average reallocation rate on the 8th of February 2021. We'll use these balances in the trading accounts as a denominator to compute the actual percentage remaining in each individual user's account. Users can have the option to withdraw the remaining amount, or they can continue to maintain their remaining balances in form, which we will strive to recover 50% of this value as our first target. It will take time. It will take, as an estimate, a minimum of 24 months because, as I've said, there are external factors in play. We are no longer trading on a huge volume right now. And we need your consent for us to continue our operations, continue our trading. We strive to recover 50% as our first target. And if we can do so, we can look at anything beyond that. So it will be broken down in phases as well. In our first phase, and this will give you a clearer picture very soon in time to come. In the first phase, we would like to tighten our controls, have third-party validation, and there are a lot of development works that we will have to do, such as building this recovery meter in the app itself, so that you are able to see the recovery amount. And we will resume trading during this first phase with your permission and consent. Phase number 2, we would like to regain the faith and trust in Tom. We'll start with recovering payouts. Withdrawals will be allowed for the recovered amounts. Trading and operations review will continue. Development work will continue. And of course, we will have to do external fundraising. And last phase, of course, is to rebuild Talk. Okay. Talk will be fully operational with new users onboarding. And there will be more plans in place. And all things that we mentioned in the roadmap will resume as well. Of course, we hope that greater heights can be achieved. This recovery plan will need to be consented by a minimum threshold of customers. We are still getting legal advice on this and tracking insolvency type scheme for arrangement models. Recovery plan once launched will allow customer option of withdrawing with the write-down or remain invested on the recovery plan. I want to mention and emphasize that we will need a strong mandate from our users to be able to move towards this recovery plan. We are still receiving suggestions on our recovery plan and we welcome all your feedback. Eventually, we will need to proceed with caution on the agreed plan. Eventually, of course, it is agreed with our users. We will obtain the consent via the Tom app, and this is in our tech development right now. I'll hold on for a short break while we look at some of the questions.